In today's mega news,
Maverick!
Here we go again.
plus a lot of other official Mega Man X news. Let's rock. Welcome to your Mega News Roundup for May 1st, 2019. Hey, happy May everybody. Well, let's get right down to business, shall we? Another day, another tweet from Protodude teasing something about one of these mobile games we've been talking about a lot recently. This one, as confirmed by Protodude himself, is a follow-up to the Mega Man X mobile game tease he posted a while ago. So let's go ahead and examine the clues. He says 3 images you might want to remember in the coming months. There's our handsome red Maverick Hunter Zero, a Gatling gun, and the central highway from Mega Man Maverick Hunter X. And it seems like he's using the Maverick Hunter X version on purpose, according to one of his tweets down here. So okay. He also gives us another clue. I'll give you this. Zero can use, among other things, the Gatling gun. And again, it's not X9. So what did we learn from this one? Well, it's actually quite simple. In this Mega Man X mobile game, we have confirmed that Zero will be playable in the game, and he can use a lot of different weapons, including a Gatling gun, for some reason. It is very interesting indeed, since something like a Gatling gun would probably not be Zero's first choice for a weapon, since at least in later games, his main weapon of choice is melee type weapons. But if all the playable characters in this game can use different weapons, I can imagine that opening up the floodgates for this RPG game, where everybody can equip different stuff to augment their abilities and their stats. And this also could mean that we might have some gacha elements in this game, since maybe you'll be rolling for some weapons for the Maverick Hunters to use, like 5-star Gatling gun or something like that, but that is just my initial thoughts. While I was editing this video, I came across some additional replies that may serve as hints towards what this Mega Man X mobile title could be like. Many users have come out of the woodwork to guess at what type of game we're dealing with here, and it seems to be mentions of the mobile title being a card game like RPG and or a rail shooter that Protodude has replied to, saying it is a close guess. One reply here that received the most favorable reply from him even guesses at a customized avatar, which hey, most of these things are at least similar to what we guessed at ourselves in our Mega Man X mobile predictions discussion last week. Very excellent. Or perhaps not so excellent depending on your opinion of this genre of game. I would be okay with it personally as long as it plays well and doesn't have an intrusive pay to win model. We'll have to see for ourselves though as we await an official announcement from Capcom, which is said to be coming between this month and October. It won't be at E3 either, which makes sense. E3 ain't typically the best place for mobile announcements. But yes, to review, playable Zero, multiple usable weapons like a Gatling gun, and the central highway from Mega Man Maverick Hunter X. What do you guys think is going on with this? Let me know in the comment section below. With the rumors out of the way now, here is some Mega Man X news for you to take home with you. So a while ago, we touched on Kotobukiya's Mega Man X model kit. And now we got a actual full color model to look at now. And he looks pretty nice. It reminds me of the Bandai DRZX. Take a look at the images for yourself and judge for yourself if you like him or not. He comes with some accessories like one where it looks like he's going Super Saiyan, and also a charge shot from X4. And speaking of X4, here's what Kotobukiya themselves had to say about it. X finally joins our lineup as a plastic model kit in honor of the first Mega Man X game's 25th anniversary. The character's proportions, based on the character's appearance in Mega Man X4, are faithfully recreated and allows users to recreate a variety of scenes from the games. Our blue Maverick Hunter here will retail for 6,000 yen, or about $53 US. And he is expected to come later in August through toy stores like Ami Ami, Big Bad Toy Store, and all that. Also, if you order directly from Kotobukiya, you can receive a limited edition background sheet that's not available anywhere else. Although the background is based on X6, even though it's an X4 figure. Okay. But yeah, there you have it. Look forward to August if you want to pick up this Mega Man X4 based X figure. Now here's something also pretty exciting. Bandai has announced a new set of cards for Rockman X. You might remember the Rockman X Mega Mission Card S cards way back in the day, and they also reprinted them recently. But now they have a new set ready for y'all. It's called Rockman X Giga Mission. There's new cards, and there's a new story that takes place between Mega Man X5 and Mega Man X6. Just like the X figure we just talked about, this card set also comes out in August, and it will include 24 all-new cards designed by Yoshihiro Iwamoto. Also, Iwamoto will be doing an exclusive 10-page manga that tells an untold story between Rockman X5 and X6. It will have new characters, armor, mechs, and a clear file to safely store the cards in the binder. And if you want to get on the action of designing new cards too, lucky for you, Bandai is holding a contest to design a special Giga Mission armor for Zero. However, it's only in Japan, so sorry everywhere else. And I should mention this too, this card set is only set to release in Japan for right now. So if you want to pre-order it, you can do it through Premium Bandai, but you might have to do some proxying and all that good stuff to actually import it. Or wait for it to show up somewhere else, like maybe Yahoo Auctions. Anyway, back to the contest. If somehow your design wins, it will actually be turned into a real trading card, and it will be re-illustrated by Iwamoto himself. This is similar to a contest from the last card set that came out, where someone actually designed a armor for Mega Man X. It had sort of a crystal design to it. It looks pretty nice. Now this next one gets pretty juicy because this comes from my buddy Protodude. So story time, folks. Last year in 2018, there was a Yahoo auction that got posted. The seller was known as The Float, and what he was selling was actually something really interesting. It was design documents for a Rockman X Interactive game. Basically, this game would have been in production at the same time as Super Adventure Rockman, which was another interactive movie type video game. And according to these documents, this Rockman X Interactive game was basically the first one they started, but then when they scrapped it, they took some of those ideas and put it into Super Adventure Rockman instead. Unfortunately, the end of the story ends pretty bad, because Protodude publicly asked the community to help him get some funds to win this auction and get the documents, preserve them and all that, scan them and share them with the community so everybody could find out about this Rockman X Interactive video game. Sounds pretty cool, right? And he did get enough money to where he felt confident about winning the auction. Unfortunately, some fans overseas, probably in Japan, started flagging the auction to take it down. Either that or they contacted the seller and told him to take it down. Now, why would people overseas try to sabotage this auction? Well, here's a couple possible things that they were thinking. A, the documents shouldn't belong to anyone but Capcom. Or B, the seller might have obtained these documents illegally. So this is where we get into a debate of preservation versus respecting the developers. People like, say, myself or Protodude believe that these kinds of things are history. Like this document right here is a huge part of Mega Man history. It's never been known before until this auction appeared. On the other hand, there's another culture out there that believes that things should be kept in collections forever and never to be seen the light of day, or that they believe they should be kept in vaults of the developers. Both sides have points, but come on, why wouldn't you want to preserve Mega Man history for the community? This is some really good stuff. That's right, as a result of what our friends overseas did to this auction and it getting shut down, Protodude could only translate the pages that were actually visible in the screenshots that the auction posted. Which means the hunt for the actual documents still continues to this day. Efforts have been made to recover the document, but nothing has come up ever since the auction. So I want to put a PSA out there. If you guys know anything about this Rockman X Interactive document, please contact myself or Protodude. Get in touch with us so we can find this thing. History needs to be preserved. If you want to read up on this document, I'm going to put a link in the description below so you guys can read all about it. But I'll give you some of the highlights here. Basically, this story has a lot to do with a supercomputer that can pretty much predict the future and then create a simulation based on that future it predicted. There's an Adam and Eve thing going on here with the supercomputer being named Eve, and she might have a girl counterpart in the virtual world as well. And then there's a character that Mega Man X meets later on called Adam. Presumably X might have ended up in the virtual world as well. And then there's a new doctor who is the one who created the supercomputer. His name is Dr. Alex Neutral. Another interesting tidbit is that in the intro cutscene, this girl in the virtual world talks to Dr. Neutral about seeing humans and Reploids actually getting wedded. Yeah, humans and Reploids getting married. Whoa, dude! If this game actually became real, this would have been the first time that human and Reploids having romantic relationships would have been a canon thing before Mega Man 01 happened. Otherwise, the game itself is a lot like Super Adventure Rockman. They even have a document here that describes the gameplay flow, where you have to press certain buttons in order to dodge enemies, defeat enemies, and sometimes depending on your actions or inaction, different scenes will take place. Or you'll just get a cutscene where X dies, basically. There's so much stuff here, guys, it's crazy. If you want to check out Protodude's translation on this document here, I'm going to leave a link to the description below. This is really fascinating stuff, I can't say it enough. If you guys want to see more projects like this from Protodude, definitely support his Patreon page. That's where he's getting the funds to do all these translation projects and stuff. This guy is definitely all about preserving Mega Man history and sharing it with the English audience too. Alright guys, one more Mega news here. And it's actually not Mega Man X related, it's Mega Man Fully Charged. Mega Man Fully Charged episodes up to episode 48 are now available on the Cartoon Network app. I believe I missed last time they uploaded episodes, but yeah, now we're up to 48. There's only 4 more episodes left until season 1 is over. That's kinda crazy to think. The new episodes in this batch at least is This Is Not a Drill, A Man for All Seasons, Oh No, He's Back, Change to Charge, and Hidden Secrets. If you want to watch these, you can go over to the Cartoon Network app right now, or just wait for them to show up on Cartoon Network eventually. Speaking of Fully Charged, we also uploaded yet another The Fully Charged podcast episode on the Mega Man Network. I'll leave a link to that in the description below as well if you want to check it out. Okay guys, that does it for today's Mega News Roundup. What do you guys think of all this Mega Man X news that's happening right now? Zero using a Gatling gun? A new card set and a story between X5 and X6? A design document about a interactive movie game that could have been the precursor to Super Adventure Rockman? Guys, tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. In addition, TGP, Sapphire, and myself had a discussion where we made our predictions of what we think this Mega Man X mobile title will be like. It may be slightly outdated now since it was recorded before this latest tease came out, but we did touch on some of the things discussed in today's video. So take a listen if you are curious. And for more on all things Mega Man X and Mega Man in general, stay tuned to ShadowRockZX. Until next time, rock on, have yourselves a great day.